Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my final project on educational psychology. Over the last semester, I learned so much about what it takes to really understand students and support their learning, especially in special education classroom. In this video, I'm going to walk you through three key themes we covered in class, connect them to my experience in the elementary special education classroom I observed, and share how I plan to use these ideas as a future teacher. Let's dive in. First big takeaway for me is the importance of understanding physical, emotional, and social development. Kids in elementary school are all at different stages of growing, not just in what they're learning, but in how they handle emotions, relationships, and even basic motor skills. For special education students, these differences are even more significant, and how we support them can really shape their growth. In the class I observed, the teacher was awesome about using group activities to help kids practice social skills. One day they had a turn taking game with big foam dice. While it seemed simple, the students were actually practicing patience and communication. The teacher cheered them on every step of the way, and you could see how proud they were when they succeeded. When I think back to my K through 12 experience, I didn't really realize how much social emotional skills mattered until much later. I took things like group projects and social interactions for granted, but seeing how intentionally they are taught in this class made me appreciate their importance so much more. In my classroom, I want to make sure I support all areas of student development, not just academics. I'd include structured group tasks like partner activities or team projects to help students practice communication. I'd also use things like sensory breaks and mindfulness activities to help students stay regulated and focused throughout the day. Honestly, I think I can create an environment where kids feel emotionally supported and included. They're going to show up as their best selves. That's the kind of teacher I want to be. The second theme I want to talk about is assessing students' aptitudes, capacities, and achievements. Let's be real, tests are important, but they don't always tell the whole story, especially in a special education setting. What really struck with me is how assessment should focus on growth and celebrating small wins, not just on meeting some universal standard. In the classroom, I observed the teacher use a super visual way of tracking progress. For sight word recognition, every student had a progress chart with stickers, and they added as they hit their goals. Watching the kids light up when they earn a sticker was such a great reminder of how little moments of encouragement can go a long way. Thinking back, sometimes I feel really stressed out when it came to standardized tests. I remember some of my friends telling me they couldn't measure up. That experience has made me really passionate about using a variety of ways to see what students are learning, not just written tests. In my future classroom, I'll focus on assessments that meet students where they are. I'd like to try things like letting students record video presentations or create art projects to show that what they've learned. For smaller day-to-day progresses, I'd use tools like sticker charts or individualized check-ins to celebrate their steps forward. When kids see their progress, they start believing in themselves. It's not about comparing them to others, it's about showing them how far they've come. But not least, I want to talk about teaching methodologies and theories. In special education, it's clear that there isn't just one way to teach. You need to get creative and pull from different strategies to make sure students understand what they're learning. One cool thing I saw during my observation was how the teacher taught life skills using task analysis. She was showing the kids how to wash their hands, and she broke it down into super specific steps, like turning on the water, pumping the soap, scrubbing for 20 seconds, and drying their hands. She gave them clear prompts and celebrated their successes every step of the way. It was such a simple process, but you could see how much confidence it gave the students. Honestly, I don't remember seeing a lot of tasks broken down this way when I was in school. Looking back, I realized how helpful that kind of guidance would have been for all students, not just those in special education. In my teaching, I love to use strategies like task analysis to teach everything from academic concepts to life skills. For example, I could break down a math problem into steps for one student or scaffold reading activities for another. I'd also include things like hands on learning and incorporate assistive tech when it's needed to keep things engaging and accessible. Being flexible with teaching methods helps all students feel successful, especially when it's tailored to their needs. And that's the kind of positive, adaptable environment I like to create. So, those are the three themes I connected with: developmental stages, assessment and achievement, teaching methodologies. Seeing these concepts in action in an elementary special education classroom really opened my eyes to how much thought and care goes into teaching. As a future teacher, I know these themes will help me focus on what's most important, creating a space where every student can grow, feel seen, and achieve their best. Watching.